My name is Slade Johnston, and I'm the founder of Grand Slam Outdoors. One of the many things that I've been blessed with is a lot of influential role models in my life. But there's one specific role model that stands out, and that is my late grandfather, Gary Fortenberry, or as we called him, Grant. At a very young age, I was introduced to the outdoors. Almost every day after school and on the weekends, Gran would take me either hunting or fishing. There was many occasions where I either checked into school late or checked out early because I had buck fever. Being outdoors with Gran taught me so much more about life than I ever realized in the moment. He taught me the complete process of hunting, fishing, and farming. With hunting, for example, it begins with getting the soil ready for food plots, hanging stands, running trail cams, practicing your aim, all the way to cleaning your harvest, sharing it with community members, and lastly, to the dinner plate. Nothing was ever wasted, and nothing was ever done halfway. It was always done the right way. Gran didn't live a lavish lifestyle, instead, very conservative. He invested his money and time in the church, our family, and the land. He was in church every Sunday and in God's outdoor sanctuary Monday through Saturday. He was always finding ways to improve the property and habitat for himself and others to enjoy. He never missed an opportunity to share his hard work with friends and loved ones. Gran took great pride in this, especially in first. When we'd have someone over and they would kill their first deer or turkey, it was always a special moment to Gran. One of Gran's favorite things to do was turkey hunt. He was well known for being one of the best turkey hunters around, and he instilled the love for turkey hunting in me. One thing he always preached while we were turkey hunting was patience. At the time, I thought he was just talking about turkey hunting, but now I realize he was also talking about life. In the U.S., there are 4 subspecies of turkeys. For avid turkey hunters, killing each one of these subspecies is typically on the bucket list. This is called the Grand Slam. Gran was about to go on his last trip when I was growing up to finish his Grand Slam. I eagerly wanted to go on this trip with him, but he told me I needed to wait till I got a little bit older, and once I got to college, we would start mine. However, freshman year of college, Gran went on to be with the Lord. That next spring, my dad and I decided that we would start my turkey hunting Grand Slam in memory of Gran. When looking at outfitters, I realized how expensive this would be to go on these 3 different trips. That's when I thought to myself, why not just trade trips on our property like Gran had been doing all along? So I made a post on a hunting app basically asking, would anybody want to swap a turkey hunt on their property for a turkey hunt on ours? A guy named John from Colorado replied and said that he wasn't interested in turkey hunting, but would love to come shoot a hog. John came to my place and brought his son, and they both killed a hog, and then me and my dad went to Colorado. Little did I know this was the beginning of Trips for Trade. I started wondering if this could potentially be a business, and I credit that to my grandfather. I grew up watching Gran come up with nifty ways to do things with hunting and fishing. One example was a fishing bucket he made when I was a kid. He cut half the top out of the bucket so you could throw the fish in it while you were still sitting on it. Years later, we saw this same product, but with a cushion on it, in big box retail stores. I did some research to see if there was any other websites out there that allowed you to swap hunting and fishing trips. I found a few forums, but nothing really credible that allowed you to do this. So I decided to create it. Using money I'd saved up from working on the farm and jobs while in school, I launched a beta site called tripsfortrade.com. Tripsfortrade.com allows everyday outdoorsmen an affordable opportunity to go on trips that they might not otherwise be able to. Through Trips for Trade, I was able to complete my Grand Slam in 2017, which was truly a special accomplishment for me. Being this was all inspired by Gran and the turkey hunting Grand Slam, I decided to name the company Grand Slam Outdoors. Grand Slam Outdoors is now comprised of tripsfortrade.com, several product ventures I'm working on, and we're also building a brand. Every day, I'm reminded of Gran through Grand Slam Outdoors. I am driven to make something of this company in honor of him. I aspire to be a bold, Christian, family-centered outdoorsman like Gran and to hold the values that he did. I'm also building Grand Slam Outdoors around these values. On his tombstone it reads, "He left a legacy." This is so true. That is why the motto at Grand Slam Outdoors is "Pursue the best." This represents a mentality that Gran had, and I want to instill that into the company. I plan to continue on keeping his legacy alive through Grand Slam Outdoors.